Hello and welcome to Fletch and Sav, the best bits today, live from Vicarage Road as Watford face Manchester United.
So much great stuff in the show, wasn't there, Fletch? Let's hope we can fit it all into 2 hours.
What did you make of the two results, the defeat in Spain on Friday and then the win against a decent French side at Wembley on Tuesday? What did we learn?
Exactly what we learned, I think, has been overshadowed by all of the events. But basically, neither result surprised me. I have to say that. Neither result surprised me. Going and playing Spain is never an easy game, even if it's in a friendly situation. And the French thing, I think it's overshadowed by everything. Very hard to comment on it.
It was very difficult to judge the second game as a football match. I thought the occasion, how the FA, the French Federation, the crowd, everything was dealt with absolutely spot on. It was really, really done classily. But you know, the game, I thought England played really well. As a football match now, it's the best I've seen England play for a very long time, tactically and the way they played. Can we really judge the French team as they will be in the summer? I'm not so sure with what went on. Mentally, they weren't there at times, but you can only play a game of football under them circumstances and play against the opposition that you got. In that case, England did well. But Spain, there's a lot of lessons. Spain are a very, very good side. I was covering that game, and their technical ability was outstanding.
Bale and Ronaldo may go separate ways. A lot of speculation in Spain that Real Madrid may well get rid of one of them in the summer. So it begs the question, if you are a manager, which one would you sooner buy? Would you sooner buy Gareth Bale or Cristiano Ronaldo? But you've nailed your colours to the mast nice and early.
Well, they both, Manchester United have been linked with the both of them. So if I was Manchester United, which one would I go for? I'd go for Gareth Bale. The reason being, I don't think Ronaldo's the better player. Let me get that, I think, personally.
So you're saying that you wouldn't sign the player who is arguably the best in the world?
Because I think at Manchester United in this current period of time under Louis van Gaal, I don't think Ronaldo would fit in to the way Manchester United play. Because I think when he loses the ball, does he get back? Does he work hard enough to go and retrieve the ball?
Could he not play through the centre?
Possibly could.
Would he fit then?
But he's not. He plays wide, doesn't he? So for most of his career, he's played wide, doesn't he? So you could play him through the middle, but I'd go for Gareth Bale.
Real Madrid aren't a club who get rid of their Galacticos, are they? Would you want to leave Real Madrid if you were Ronaldo or Bale? And are you a little bit surprised that they would be considering doing that?
Yeah, it's like everything, isn't it? Even, we're talking here, we've got quite a bit of knowledge about this, but we haven't the total knowledge of what exactly is going on. What is it that disturbs a player? What is it that makes a top player really want to move? You don't get that information, and you sometimes have to sort of make a decision, as you're asking us to make, without having that full information available to you. I personally think that at the end of the day, if you're a great player, you're a great player wherever you go. And if you then stop being a great player because you've changed clubs, you're not a great player.
Do you think of the two of them, Ronaldo might fancy the new challenge a little bit more? Possibly. The fact that he's left his legacy at the Bernabeu, regardless of what happens. He's the top scorer. He's beaten Raul's record. He's regarded as one of the greatest in the history of the club.
I think there
whereas
could be
Bale might want to still do that. And
there could be a bit of that, Fletch, without a doubt. Also, his relationship. When you're a big player like that, it's like Messi at Barcelona. It's your relationship with your coach, with the manager. Has he got a good relationship with him? Does he feel that he's really looking after him? Because he is the main man. And as you say, if he hasn't got that, possibly that might be a little bit of persuading him to move at the time. He might not like the tactics side of the team. And, there's a lot of things, as Graham says, that we're not privy to. But on the face of it, I'd keep both of them.
Scholes, do you reckon you could still play lower down?
I'll answer, because he won't admit it.
He could.
Lower down?
Yeah.
He could play he'd still be one of the best players in the Premier League if he played. No question. In fact, John Terry came up
a little bit.
Store and a half. I was speaking to John Terry after the game, and he said, "What about Scholes?" And I said, "I know, yeah, he's still unbelievable." He said he'd be still one of the best players in the Premier League if he played.
Di Maria was a flair player. When he come to United, you think, "Wow, what a signing!" Struggled. Memphis has come in, done great initially. Them 2 goals in the Champions League, wasn't it? Done great, but now struggling. The flair players seem to struggle under Van Gaal.
Januzaj, I think you could have Januzaj as well. A really good young talent who, but we've said all season. I've said all season. I thought they were short in the in the striker area. Anyway, only having 2 forwards when United was a club that has guaranteed four top centre forwards.
When they won the Champions League, Champions League, 99.
Yeah, and even right through Sir Alex's years, he always liked to have 4 centre forwards. If the 2 that were playing weren't doing it, with half an hour to go, the two would normally come on and would produce goals.
I'm walking to the goal, and I get this arm around me, and I didn't have to, look up. I could smell cigarettes. It's Smoking Joe. He says, "Listen, young man, myself and the coaches, directors, and the chairman and the directors, the captain and the players," and I'm thinking, where's he going with this? He says, "Yes, the wives and the girlfriends in the stand and the 7,000 scousers there are not going to blame you." And I went, "Oh, if you can't stop a ball from 12 yards. So I thought, well, not going to blame you. That's good. As I walked out with a big chest, he says, "But try and put them off." And that stuck in my head.
Wow.
So the first penalty that they actually missed was Bruno Conti came up there dancing like a little, he sounded like a little cheeky little thing. You could almost hear him saying, "I'm Bruno Conti, now I'm going to score a penalty." So he put the ball down and I put my hands on my knees and I swapped them over.
Yeah.
No, I did. I just swapped them over. Boom, he ballooned it over. So I thought, well, it could quite work.
We're on to something here.
Yeah.
It does get in your head.
Yeah.
When a goalkeeper does things like that, it does make you think.
You can't touch this.
Paul Joel said to me at Filbert Street, "Don't get involved with Savage. He's the biggest wind-up merchant ever." People say he just ran around. I used to say that you was a bee in a bottle. Put a bee in a bottle and you put the top on it, just flies around all over. But he actually was a decent footballer, to be fair. I remember him trying to wind me up and he succeeded. We got beat 3-0, they battered us. After the game, I said to Jerry Taggart, where's Savage? He says, "Why?" I said, "I'm going to rip his head off." He said, "I think he's in the bar." So I walks in the bar and he waves to me at the bar. My head's gone. You're thinking, this is it. And he went, "All right, mate, have you met my mum and dad?" And I thought, God, I can't hit him in front of his mum and dad now. He said, "Do you want a pint?" I said, "Yeah, get us a lager." And he ended up being one of my pals in the end.
That's all for Fletch and Sav this week. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Keep tweeting into @Fletch and Sav in the week, and we will see you next Saturday morning, bright and early from 10 o'clock.